West Coast Green is more than a conference. It's a vehicle for accelerating solutions. We have always strived to be a conference that doesn't just exist for 3 days a year and where a bunch of people get together and then we all go home again. We want it to be something that happens, that inspires and accelerates change that lasts throughout the year.
West Coast Green is here to convene you all, to organize this happening, and to capture a lot of what you have to say.
Clearly, California has fully mobilized to take on the issue of multifamily buildings and to arrive right at the time where something like this summit that's taking place, that's fantastic, is going on, and so many people that are leading this industry are all gathering together to come up with ideas and solutions.
We need to be reinventing the economics around our housing industry in general, but very specifically the multifamily housing. What that means is we need to relocalize our economy.
I think we'll only be successful if we can align our work with the work of other advocates and see improving energy performance as part of a number of initiatives.
What I would like to do is open up the energy in the room and the opportunity in the room for people to work with each other on visioning what could be created.
Energy efficiency has a social value in and of itself, and that process of retrofitting buildings takes on a larger meaning for folks, and that it develops a sense of community.
One, we talked about education for both owners and tenants before and after a retrofit is done.
In 10, 15 years, zero energy buildings will be the way life is, and we will have so much more technology. But a building will have a ceiling in how much energy it can produce, and then people will have to live to that ceiling of maximum energy output.
This current round of retrofits will not be the last.
The importance of concentrating on multifamily is that there are high populations of low-income households that reside in multifamily buildings. Upwards of 80% of the occupants of multifamily buildings in the state of California effectively qualify under the Department of Energy's low-income guidelines.
What's the problem? Why aren't we doing it? Well, we have an agency in the state that is devoted to housing policy. In their last policy report, they mentioned energy efficiency not at all. They mentioned energy twice, and it had nothing to do with energy efficiency. It's not even on the radar when they're thinking about the long-range policy for housing in California.
The workforce is close to ready. The contractors are ready and willing if the policymakers will get out of the way. If they can come to a consensus of standards so that everybody is on the same page, playing by the same rules, program-wide, policy-wide, and standard-wise, the contractors are ready to get out and do the work.
Most of people getting these subsidies are getting them because they qualify as low income, certainly under HUD standards, and generally under DOE standards. But that doesn't mean that they automatically qualify under various state program standards, which is one of the barriers we are facing in California. The barrier right now is the energy retrofit money we have, whether it's from utility ratepayers, where I think we have over $500 million in utility ratepayer funding, or whether it's from federal programs, are really set up in a way to be accessed by people working on single-family homes. So the rules prevent generally multifamily owners from accessing the resources at a building level, from using their own contractors, and require them to go through all kinds of hoops, and at the end of the day, the effort generally has not been worth it.
For every dollar that we can help people in affordable housing or people in multifamily housing save on energy, we're getting over $2 of additional return on it. So we have a payback period of our investment in energy efficiency that's about 1.5 years and then keeps paying back. A $25,000 investment in energy efficiency will yield a $5,000 to $25,000 reduction in tenants' energy bills over and over and over. And there is no investment we can make in community development that is more cost effective than that.
So that's what we're working on with our green working group here in California, is to try to get our energy retrofit programs to adopt a new multifamily set of principles that would essentially let owners of multifamily buildings serving low-income households access these funds in a more rational way that results in greater savings of energy for both the tenants and the owners, and ultimately more leveraged financing and more retrofit work being done.
If we can get some demonstration projects off the ground that are funded with a variety of sources supported from the public sector and the private sector, particularly foundations and the utility companies, we can demonstrate that you can project energy efficiency savings that can be achieved by certain measures, and then in post-retrofit time, prove them out, show the performance works, and then lend against them.
Affordable housing is vital for our community because it's part of a strategy to ensure that diverse housing needs are being met, that people can live and work in the same environment, that they don't have to travel great distances, and that we are ensuring that folks who have greater need are able to meet their basic living needs.
If we spent somewhere between $5 and $10 billion on that efficiency gain, in that we would get approaching $10 billion of annual energy savings from that stock. I mean, if we're looking at improving the economy in this country and in the state, you know, improving the energy efficiency in affordable housing is our best, really, I believe, is our absolute best bet.